let's do this question together. A land surveyor rolls a wheel device on the ground to measure distances. Each full turn of the wheel measures 14 inches. The surveyor measures 1,617 inches of land. How many turns of the wheel are needed to measure this distance? So what it's asking us to do is this. So one turn of this wheel is 14 inches. How many times does it have to turn in order to get to 1,617 inches? So since we're working on division, and the easiest way to solve this is division, let's turn it into a division problem. So we're going to take 1,617 and divide it by 14 inches. So let's do that right here. 1,617 divided by 14. So I know that 14 doesn't fit into 1, so I'm not going to use that. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to look at this 16. So I know that 14 times 1 equals 14. 14 times 2 is 28. That's too much. So we're going to do 14 times 1 is equal to 14. And 16 minus 14 is 2. I'm going to bring my 1 down. Now I have 21. Well, I still know that 14 times 2 is 28, so that's too much. So I'm still going to use 1. So now 14 times 1 again is 14. I don't want to put a times right here. I want to put a subtraction sign. So 21 minus 14 is 7. And I'm going to bring this 7 down. So now I have to figure out, okay, how many times can 14 fit into 77? So if 14 times 2 is 28, 28 is close to 30. And I know that 30 times 2 is 60, so that's pretty close. So let's figure that out. I'm going to just do a quick guess. Instead of 14 times 2, I'm going to do 14 times 4, and that's 56. I wonder if I can fit another 14. Let's see. That would turn it into 5 14s. So it's 10, 1, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I can do 14 times 5. The pen is doing it again. Give me 1 second, you guys. And I'm going to be using 14 times 5. There it is. Yay. 14 times 5. 14 times 5 is 70. So let's put a 5 right here. That's 70. 77 minus 70 is 7. 7 is less than this 4 right here. So that's going to become remainder 7. So I'm going to make some room over here. Remember how we're working on interpreting our remainders? Well, I can't say 115 and 7 leftover turns. That won't work. So I'm going to turn that into a fraction. So the first thing I'm going to do is, instead of a remainder, I'm going to take this 7 right here and I'm going to turn it into my numerator. And I'm going to take this 14, which is my divisor, and that becomes my denominator. So denominator, which is the divisor. For the numerator, it's the remainder. And the quotient right here becomes the whole number. Okay, here's what last year's information helps you do, though. We want to take this 115 with 7 over 14 and simplify the fraction part. How do you know that you can simplify it? Well, a really long time ago, you guys learned that 7 times 2 equals 14. See? 14. That means that 7 is a multiple or is a factor of 14. So what I can do is this. I'm going to simplify it. I'm going to divide both sides by 7. So it still becomes, let me erase this part. It still becomes a whole number of 115, but 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 14 divided by 7 is 2. 7 is just half of 14. That's why you see it right here.